Today, on the 9th of November, is the 83rd birth anniversary of the 8th World Chess Champion Mikhail. In memory of the legend, today I decided to share with you his top 5 queen sacrifices which lead to a forced checkmate. Here we go! Number 5. This game was played between Yegor Chukayev and Mikhail in 1956 in Tbilisi. In here, White's position is hopeless, and Chukayev, who was playing with the white pieces, made Rook a3 move, which was the worst possible move and allows Black to checkmate White King in 4 moves. Here Tal first announced a check from e1, and after King a2 went for a queen sacrifice. I decided not to ask you to find the winning move for Black because from the title you have already learned that all we're going to see in this video is a queen sacrifice. Chukayev captured on a3 with the pawn, and we have a checkmate on the board. A brilliant cooperation by Black pieces. Number 4. This position is taken from a game played between Mikhail and Andres Vurema in 1971 in Riga. In this position, Vurema played queen b5 and created a devastating mating threat. The threat is rook e1 double check followed by queen f1 checkmate. Also, this rook is hanging, and on the surface it looks like that White's position is hopeless. But luckily Tal had a counter chance, and he played queen takes f8 check. This took Black by surprise, and all he could do was to resign. Now if king takes f8, then bishop h6 check is coming, and then rook d8 checkmate. Another beautiful example of a cooperation of a bishop and the rook. Number 3. This is a training game which Mikhail played against his trainer, Alexander Koblenz. Right now White has a dangerous kingside attack, but still, this light-squared bishop is neutralizing all the threats. That's why, in order to block the b1 h7 diagonal, Tal first played g6. Already the threat is queen takes h7 checkmate. Koblenz accepted the pawn sacrifice and captured on g6, still protected the pawn on h7 and attacked White queen. But by accepting the pawn sacrifice, he allowed White to open up the g file, and this is what Tal wanted. And in here, as everything is ready for the final blow, Mikhail went for a queen sacrifice. Koblenz accepted the sacrifice and the rook joined the attack. Rook takes g7 check, king h8, and we have another majestic checkmate on the board where 2 white rooks are killing the enemy king. Look at this spectacular position, guys. Number 2. Here is another majestic queen sacrifice which Mikhail made in a game against Robert Forbes. The game was played in 1988 in Chicago. As you can see, already Tal is a rook down, but he has a decisive attack and he played h6. The threat is queen g7 checkmate. Black played e4, opened up the queen's diagonal and took under control the g7 square. That's why Tal blocked the queen's diagonal and again renewed the mating threat. This time Black covered the g7 square with his rook, but already nothing can stop Tal and he played queen g7 check. Rook takes g7 is forced, after which we have h takes g7 check. By the way, capturing on g7 with the f-pawn is not a good idea because Black can recapture with the queen and Black can even gain better chances in the endgame. That's why after rook takes g7 check, it's very important to recapture with the h-pawn in order to keep the queen's diagonal blocked. King g8 by Forbes, and we have a brutal checkmate on the board. The knight is just in time and was like waiting for his turn to jump into the game. We have it, a killed enemy king on the board. And finally, the queen sacrifice which I would like to place in the first place. This game was played by Mikhail against an amateur chess player in 1973 during a chess simul. In this position, seeing that there is a forced mate, Mikhail Tal went for a majestic sacrifice and captured the knight on f8. I have to tell you that at this point already there is a mate in 7 moves. Let's see how it goes. Tal captured on f8, accepting the queen sacrifice is forced, after which we have rook takes f8 check, after which white is unleashing a devastating king hunt. King e7. This time we have rook e8 check, and after king f7 the second rook is joining the attack. All white pieces are attacking. This is what happens when you're attacking. All your pieces should join the party. King g6, bishop d3 check, king h5, and after rook h8 check, in view of an imminent checkmate, black resigned. If king g4, then bishop e2 checkmate. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the collection of these beautiful queen sacrifices, and in the end a chess puzzle for you. This position is taken from a game played between Mikhail Tal and Mikhail Botvinnik during their World Chess Championship match in 1960. In this position, Mikhail Tal, who was playing with the white pieces, landed a heavy punch. It's white to move and win the game. I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.